it's really important to talk about our take on policy deployments.
Yeah, well, what we've done, what Lindsay mentioned there, the cascade, we've really just taken a model from the Japanese philosophy, from lean manufacturing, and tailored it really to suit any organisation.
Any organisation, absolutely.
No matter whether you've got 5 people in a little professional services outfit, or whether you're a large manufacturing site, we've tailored it so it can be relevant and useful for any size and any industry. So as I say, it's something from the Japanese philosophy of lean manufacturing, something called Hoshin Kanri. Now, Hoshin Kanri is just Japanese words, and essentially the Hoshin just means compass or direction, and the Kanri means the management or administration. So really it's just how you manage where you want to go.
Yeah.
And it's just that structure and that process to do that. So essentially it's our CAZCADE model that we've developed. It's to involve it's about leadership, it's ownership, but it's also involvement. So how do you cascade that through the organisation? So you take your strategic objectives or your priorities, and that comes from the leadership, obviously. But then how do you work with that middle group, your line managers, your mid managers, to get the ownership and key responsibilities? But then also levels further down, it's how you get the involvement. So it involves everyone, but it should all sort of cascade back up to the top priorities and objectives. So yeah, so it's a 5-step structured approach, and really it's just to help standardise and control the way you set, cascade and monitor those business priorities on an annual basis. So we're normally looking at sort of 12 to 18 months. We use 12 months because it's just a nice calendar year, it's a good bucket to think what we're going to do, what's the priorities for the coming year. Okay, it incorporates something called a Z model approach. I'll explain that in a little while. And we'll also, just while I remember, we'll share, we've got a little ebook that we can share, which goes into a bit more detail around each step. So we'll just cover the 5 steps at a high level during this video, and as I say, you can download that little ebook. So yeah, so the 5 steps, essentially the first step is about setting and agreeing the annual priorities. So yeah, that's done with the leadership team, and that should be aligned to the overall vision or purpose of the organisation. So over 3 to 5 years, what's that top level vision? You might have seen some of our stuff on the 3 V's where we look at vision, value, visual representation. Is that the vision over the next 3 to 5 years? These priorities should fit to that high level vision. So yes, you need to set and agree the annual priorities as a leadership team. The second step is to develop the key actions, targets, timings and control items for all of those objectives, and then essentially look and decide the cross-functional teams and individual responsibilities. The third step is about checking the objectives to make sure that they do actually link back up to those priorities, to make sure you haven't lost your way a bit, but also to check that certain people haven't got too much responsibility, because if one person could be the bottleneck and it's going to fail. So it's making sure that those responsibilities and key actions are spread across the relevant people. And also at that point, the third step under check, it's about, once you've done that, you've got those objectives and key responsibilities, it's how you communicate. How do you have that cascade communication to the whole team, the whole workforce? It needs to be very transparent of what the priorities are. So when you ask someone at any level of the organisation, they need to be doing something because it's important. It's important because it filters back up to the business priorities.
I think it's important to say as well that we know change initiatives, and we've done a section on this as well in one of our videos. Change and the change curve. Whenever something new is taking place in your organisation, there's a set of emotions people will go through naturally. Okay, this also helps just to transition people through the change curve, because they see what the change is and what it means to them very specifically. Oh yes, if I do 1, 2, 3, that helps me with the organisation to achieve their strategic priorities. So to see where they fit, it gives better alignment, better communication, and hopefully not too much of the change curve taking place.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So yes, we've covered the first 3 points here. The fourth step is about how you monitor through relevant KPIs, the regular meetings, the structure, and it's not obviously just to review it, you need to actually do something about it, so it's not just the monitoring, it's putting in key actions. So this fourth step is about monitoring and putting actions in place, because you might fall behind on certain things, so you don't want to get to the end of the year and think, oh, we failed on that, or get to October and you haven't got enough time. So it's about monthly, so regular monitoring through KPI.
And again, that's why we like to use business roadmap and milestones and the business sat nav, because this is live, you know. A business plan can be sort of fixed in stone. It's used for external reference. Business plan and all the things we're talking about, it should be very fluid, should be dynamic. You're living every moment, and as you come across new territory, new terrain, and you need to shift direction a little bit, then that's what happens. This is the monitoring piece. Live feedback from your business sat nav. Okay, we need to change course a little bit to keep us on track for the year end.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a good point. In that fourth step, it is about being really flexible and adapting to whatever's happened, because just the best plans in the world sometimes just need to be tweaked and changed. And the final step, so the fifth step, is about the review. It's the self-assessment and feedback. So what's happened throughout the 12 months? How can you improve when you come to set your new business priorities? So it's always learning from the process to put something better in place. And it's using that plan, do, check, act type philosophy as part of that review. So just very quickly, the 5 steps are: set and agree the priorities, develop key actions and targets. Third step is to check the objectives to make sure they're evenly balanced and communicated. The fourth step is about monitoring and using your KPIs at regular review points. And the fifth step is the self-assessment, that review process.
Okay.